everyone. Now let us discuss about the mechanism of cardiac arrhythmias. The cardiac arrhythmias mainly occur due to four factors. The first one is after depolarization, next re-entry, next ectopic pacemaker activity, and finally the heart block. These are the four factors which contribute to cardiac arrhythmias. Now coming to after depolarizations. They are the secondary depolarizations accompanying a normal or premature action potential. And as AP means action potential is needed to trigger after depolarizations, arrhythmias based on this are called as triggered arrhythmias. The arrhythmias whose underlying cause is after depolarizations, they are called as triggered arrhythmias. And after depolarizations can be of two types, early after depolarization and delayed after depolarization. Now coming to early after depolarization. When does early after depolarizations occur? Repolarization during phase 3 is interrupted and membrane potential oscillates. Whenever the repolarization during phase 3 is interrupted and membrane potential oscillates, and if that potential is sufficiently large, the neighboring tissue is activated and one or more extra impulses are propagated. EAD means early after depolarizations. They are associated with long QT interval due to slow repolarization and markedly prolonged action potentials with slow heart rate. And slow heart rate is mainly contributed by depression of delayed rectifier potassium current. Now coming to delayed after depolarizations. They mainly occur because after attaining the resting membrane potential, a secondary deflection occurs during phase 4. After attaining the resting membrane potential, a secondary deflection occurs during phase 4, which may reach the threshold and initiate a single premature action potential. This is the cause for delayed after depolarizations. This is more common with fast heart rate and generally results from calcium overload, especially during digitalis toxicity or ischemic perfusion. Coming to next mechanism, the re-entry. Primarily due to abnormality of conduction, an impulse may recirculate in the heart and cause repetitive activation without the need for any new impulse to be generated. That is the reason for re-entry. Due to the abnormality of conduction, an impulse may recirculate, hence the name re-entry, into the heart and causes repetitive activation without the need for any new impulse to be generated. These are called as reentrant arrhythmias. The arrhythmias whose underlying cause is reentry are called as reentrant arrhythmias. And reentry occurs by, it can be of three types. The first one is circus movement reentry, next one is functional reentry, and third one is fractionization of impulse. Now coming to circus movement reentry. This occurs in an anatomically defined circuit. A premature impulse temporarily blocked in one direction by the refractory tissue makes a one-way transit around the obstacle. Obstacle is nothing but a natural orifice of the heart or AV nodal region or an abnormal tract. So this impulse, it finds the original spot in an advanced state of recovery and re-excites it, setting up recurrent activation of adjacent myocardium. So this is the reason for circus movement re-entry. And this type of re-entry is responsible for PSVT, atrial flutter and atrioventricular reciprocal rhythm. Coming to the functional re-entry. A functional obstacle. Here, there is no anatomically defined path. A functional obstacle, especially the core of the circuit, and a unidirectional conductional pathway is created by a premature impulse, which travels through electrophysiologically inhomogeneous myocardium. And on encountering a refractory tissue in one direction, the wavefront travels through partially recovered fibers and gets markedly slowed and sets up a small re-entrant circuits which may constantly shift the location. And this type of mechanism, that is functional re-entry, is responsible for ventricular extrasystoles, polymorphic ventricular tachycardia, and also occurs in case of atrial or ventricular fibrillation. Coming to the next type, that is fractionalization of the impulse. So when an atrial effective refractory period, ERP, effective refractory period is brief, whenever the atrial effective refractory period is brief and inhomogeneous, it is brief and inhomogeneous under vagal overactivity. An impulse is generated early in the diastole and gets conducted irregularly over the atria. It moves rapidly through fibers with short effective refractory period and slowly through fibers with long effective refractory period and not at all through those who are still refractive. So this unevenness and this asynchronous activation of atrial fibers occurs in the atrial fibrillation, and this arrhythmia must be initiated by premature depolarization. Though atrial fibrillation must be initiated by a premature depolarization, it is self-sustaining. Now coming to the third mechanism, that is ectopic pacemaker activity. It is encouraged by sympathetic activity and by partial depolarizations, especially from ischemia. The catecholamines which act on beta-1 adenoreceptors, they increase the rate of depolarization during phase 4 and cause abnormally quiescent parts of heart to take up a spontaneous rhythm. And several tachyarrhythmias can be triggered by circumstances associated with sympathetic activity. For example, pain during the myocardial infarction, it triggers the sympathetic discharge and release of adrenaline from the adrenal gland, increasing the myocardial excitability. And also partial depolarization resulting from the ischemic damage can also cause abnormal pacemaker activity. And this abnormal pacemaker activity leads to arrhythmias. Finally, coming to heart block. Heart block can also cause arrhythmias, and the heart block occurs mainly due to fibrosis of or ischemic damage to the conduction system, especially in the AV node. And in case of complete heart block, the atria and ventricles, they beat independently of one another. So this is also a cause of cardiac arrhythmias. By this, we complete the mechanism of cardiac arrhythmias. Thank you for watching.